in exactly in that steep climb, if you had luck, I don't know at that time, it was 3 years ago. I did it this year. If you
Yeah.
on the middle of the steep climb, there was like this wine house, and
Yes.
if you go there inside and you can ask for them to stamp, they offered you a wine, not a wine, a glass of wine. And
Yes.
with that glass of wine, you can go a little bit better to the last part of the climb.
Well, of course, I stopped. Being a Scotsman, of course, I stopped at that winery and had more than a glass of wine. The name of the winery is Via Romana.
Vero Mania.
Via
Actually,
Romana make very good, especially red wines.
yeah, it was.
Menfia
But
wine,
actually,
especially the oak matured Menfia. I'm quite prone to drinking occasionally.
that was very very nice because without knowing, I was walking alone. But in 10 days of walking, uh, I just met two other pilgrims, a couple from Madrid, and in that day we decided to have dinner together. So the three of us went to a place, a restaurant, without knowing. And actually, we went to a restaurant eating like this very big beef on the platter, and actually the restaurant was the same owners of the wine house, and that was amazing.
Yeah, and after the next stage as well, there's a climb um, up the hill called what's called in Spanish. It's Monte de Faro. Monte de Faro.
Monte Faro,
Yeah, where all the windmills are.
Chantada
That,
Rodeiro,
that's
Chantada.
that's a very that was quite hard.
Yeah, Rodeiro.
Constant climb up and then you had to climb along the crest of the hill past all the windmills, and then
Yes,
there's a drop down to the next town, which is called Rodoiro.
Rodeiro.
Yes,
Rodeiro,
yeah,
yeah.
there. Yeah, so just before there, there's that huge hill called Monte Faro.
Monte Faro, yeah.
Stuff.
But I
Yeah,
guess
so it's the rough and the smooth. So it's not being a foodie, because the other thing about my time in Galicia is that I've done a lot of blogging about food.
yeah.
So I'm a member of a group of Galician bloggers called Galicia Gastro, and so I've been to a lot of. I have to say, a lot of my highlights from the Camino will be to do with food and drink. So
That
let's give you an example. Portugal, Apulia,
oh,
Restaurante a Cabana, Pedro's Restaurante, one of the best restaurants for me in the whole of Portugal. It's on the Portuguese
Kosovo.
coastal way, just past Apulia. It's like a Chiringuito. One of the most amazing experiences. I go back there every year, even if I'm not doing the Camino.
Yeah.
So normally on the Camino, I always stop for lunch and take as many pilgrims that are walking with me. Normally, that I end up taking pilgrims in there with me, because I tell them you just have to eat there. It's just the most amazing gastronomic experience. But there are many other restaurants I could mention. Um, in Melide, there's Casa Longo. So Casa Longo is just before the main pulperias, no, like Effie Kell in Melide. Melide is famous for its pulpo. You have to eat octopus when you're in Melide. But there's a bar restaurant slap bang on the Camino just before them called Casa Longo. The Concha, hola Concha, that makes the most amazing food. Not only octopus. and her place is so popular, so pilgrim friendly. That's the other thing. They say there are some places that are really pilgrim friendly. You know, I could mention many names.
Actually,
I have a little bar. Do you know the little bar in Padron called Bar Pepe?
como no? Why? That's not hard not to know. That's hard not to know. And he's amazing people,
Yeah,
amazing person. Pepe. Actually,
yeah,
a few days ago, I was talking to him because
yeah.
he will be also in my project talking about the Camino, and it's amazing. Actually, I left in this small museum, small museum. One of my shirts. It's out there, and
What, this isn't a football shirt, is it?
no, it's not. It's a normal shirt. Okay, but okay, you are a Celtic fan. No, are you a Celtic
Celtic,
fan?
Celtic fan, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's really
Yeah.
nice. Celtic forever. So, go on.
Yeah, highlights, Camino highlights. I mean, I could talk all evening about
No, but let me. Sorry,
the
I
food,
was
the gastronomy, the
about the
place
food.
to
About the
stay.
food. Sorry, about the food and
Yeah,
actually last year on the Primitivo, um, in the first day in Galicia, after crossing from Asturias to Galicia, in a place called I don't know if you call it Fonsagrada.
oh yes, Fonsagrada.
And in Fonsagrada,
Yeah,
there's like this one, I don't know if you know, but there's like very well known restaurant with a very nice octopus too. Um, and in that moment, I was with three more pilgrims, and we went there. And even without eating and asking for anything, uh, we were treated very badly. So we went off, we got out of the restaurant and went to another one called Restaurante Pentabrico. And let me tell you, it was one of the best times, one of the best restaurants where I eat it in Galicia. It was really amazing. Just for the people or most of the films go where people told us where okay, that's a most well known with the best octopus or the best food. But
yeah,
sometimes there are other places that are also very good,
of course,
and who knows, even better.
of course, of course. I remember arriving at Pontiuia. So that was doing the Sanabres, no, the Ruta de la Plata Camino from
Yeah.
Orense, Pontiuia. We crossed the bridge and then we passed the church and then there was an asador. We stopped there and the asador was called Churrasco de Juanito. Churrasco de Juanito. So I was thinking, right, I had a group, an Irish group, so we were 10 people. The Irish, I said to them, are you hungry? And the Irish, they always say the same thing. Yes, we're hungry. And we're really thirsty, Mark. I'll be having another Albarino, if you don't mind. And I said, right, this is the place then. Everyone happy with the menu del dia? None of them spoke any Spanish, so I did all the talking with the waiter. You happy with the menu del dia, which was churrasco?
It's
They said very
always
happy, all very happy, and so that the waiter started serving the usual, starters and opening the bottles of wine for the groups. So I noticed that the group were drinking very quickly, that because hands were going up and there